faced everyone, monster and human, who tried to come between us.
Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Samuel here representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys another series review. This is a new vampire-esque TV drama that is going to be premiering on Netflix, and I'm talking about The First Kill. So, you have Cal, who is got a very eccentric family, who just happens to be hunters. They hunt monsters, they hunt vampires, they hunt anything and everything, right? And Cal legitimately is kind of like been going from school to school to school. She doesn't have any footing anywhere because her priority is to kill monsters. Matter of fact, little small backdrop on the background of her family. Her dad's previous wife was killed. He had a son by that same wife named Theo. Then he's got Apollo, who's the second born son. And then of course he got Cal, and then he's got his wife. Now, that's just a small backdrop on them. You have Juliette, literally Juliette, most cliche thing ever. But Juliette is a part of the Fairmonts. The Fairmonts are very eccentric as well because dad is a DA and mother is very intricate to a certain culture. And I mean the culture as in vampirism, because they're vampires, not just normal vampires. They are what they call legacy vampires. I'm not going to reveal any of that because it's a non-spoiler review and what that means. But if you've seen Vampire Diaries, the originals, you would get a little bit of context on what it could be. That's all I'm going to say right there. But the Fairmonts, they have problems because kind of just like Cal, she also has siblings as well. She's got Eleanor, who is very gifted in what she can do and is also very sadistic. And then she's got a unknown brother that I'm not going to divulge his name or information about, but he has a very damaging, destructive past. Now, when they meet, well, kind of they've already been in this atmosphere for about 3 months, roughly. You know, technically Juliette is captivated by Cal. She is smitten, so to speak. Now, Cal doesn't have any friends, but Juliette kind of does. She's got a best friend in Ben. They've known each other for years, but Ben has no idea what Juliette is, but he loves her, but he also, you know, isn't in like with her. He likes something else, and that's all I'm going to say with that. But that's her homeboy, you know. Now, he was coaching her to try to get up with Cal, and I'm just giving you guys the backdrop of all this because I found I was trying to make sure that I give you guys a backdrop to give you a platform to understand where this is going, or where it could go, and how it could be very easily turn cheesy, but eventually it turns into something very different, which I'll get into in a second. The moment that they do really truly connect, it is evident the first episode that something's about to go down. And I didn't expect, by the end of the first episode, I was like, this show is over. And there's a lot of different moments like that in the series that ends very jarringly, like it's unexpected, without any expectation of where things are going to go later on. But the thing and the key about this show that works very well is not the love story, because the love story is interesting enough, yes, to keep me intrigued, but it's really the family. Specifically, Cal's mom is so fascinating to me. Like, she, not only is the actress did such a great job acting it, but I understand how she basically helps run and facilitate the whole family. The other side of that is Juliette's mom is the same exact way. Like, she is intricate to how everything, and if the first episode you believe like, oh, okay, she's a jerk, she's just like, no, like, you get to see all these characters really deconstructed. If this was the one and only season, it would do a disservice to the continuation of it, but I would at least get a full understanding and a grasp of all the different characters, down to a character like Theo. Theo, the first few episodes, like, I mean, he's just kind of like the big brother's got a chip on the shoulder, and then Apollo is supposed to be just this, you know, over the top for no good reason younger brother, right? But at the end of the series, you really get a gauge of these characters evolving, like literally, and it's fascinating to watch. Whereas if you got good enough actors in Juliette and Cal that can off the dime hit that emotional beat, but then also be very physical and versatile, and then also like organic, I guess, in the way that they're evolving. Because the weird thing is about Juliette, she reminds me, if you have seen the Vampire Diaries, she reminds me of a cross of a Damon more of a Damon and you know what I will say, he is definitely, he's kind of like Stefan and Damon together, because she doesn't want to kill. That's not what she wants to do. She doesn't even want to go through this next conversion process. And as this goes on, as she gets more closer to Cal, it forces her to deal with who she really is. Because by association, by proxy, the more people know and really get to know her and she becomes herself, they're in danger. And the other side of that with Cal is that the more that Juliette understands the levels to this and the dynamics of this, Juliette's putting her family in danger. Everybody that's a part of her race, her whole race is in danger. Not just the Burns family, who's the vampire hunters, but the flare monsters and everybody else is getting. The thing I also say is that there's a lot of other different monsters in it. Now, some of the CG is really spotty with some of the monsters, but there are some moments that was really interesting. Like there was one moment I swear I saw somebody's spine get ripped out. There's decapitations. There's a lot of different things. It gets really gruesome, and I think because this is on a Netflix platform, they can do a lot of more things with it. As far as the show is concerned, I think I found myself like by the third episode, I was like, I'm still watching this. And it's crazy because I'm a Vampire Diaries fan. I'm not saying this is better than Vampire Diaries. I'm not saying that at all. But there's something about the character dynamics in this and how they're continue to move and progress, and things that happen just unexpectedly that legitimately keeps you immersed to watch, and you can't look away kind of situation. So I would give this maybe a C or 7.5 or 7 out of 10. I think it's definitely worth checking out. If you like, the melodrama of like the pseudo Romeo and Juliet storyline, maybe you'll like this. If you like, vampire stories, maybe you'll like this. I literally just looked at a vampire anime that had great animation, that had decent, blocking storylines, but I don't think that anime was better than this show. That's crazy. And I think the thing about the show is that I kind of want more. And I didn't go into it thinking that was what I was going to do, but it was something about how this was going to play out that I was intrigued by. And I've seen this before. You've seen this before. But it's something about it that I think is really intriguing. And I think that I want you guys' opinion on how you really feel about it. Let me know in the comment section below if you liked it, if you're intrigued by it, if me talking about it convinced you of anything. I really wanted to set the stage for it. One of the things I used to do, I used to actually be, I used to work at Blockbuster long time ago. And so what I would have to do, we didn't have like trailers or anything. Like we would watch the movies and we would set the stage. So a person would be engaged enough to understand, like, okay, this is what this is. And that's what I wanted to start with that for you guys. Let me know if you want me to do that more. I would love to do it because I'm kind of a storyteller. So let me know if you like that introduction before I go into the dynamics of what I thought about the show. I didn't go over in terms of like fight choreography. Fight choreography is negligible. Sometimes it's really good, so sometimes it's not that good. The song selections, sometimes it's hit or miss. Definitely Vampire Diaries and Originals have it over that, or anything that CW had in the past was over that. The camera shots did work for some moments, and CGI sometimes really spotty, but it was okay enough that I was like, I want to see more. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you guys later. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.
Filing out the top of the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind.